My never say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, o see them yopo.
You are once again welcome to PENDREAM TV, the only channel that brings you the best and latest updates in politics. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, like, and also share to other members to watch as well. You can equally leave a comment at the comment section after watching, or send us a voice note on our WhatsApp number, which is 0277128777. Thank you.
What you listen to the news, what exactly do you do in the mornings?
Well, at the moment, I'm not attending to normal duties as I did years ago. I'm what we call retirement.
Okay.
So I don't really rush over issues.
Okay.
Unless I have to be at a particular place for a particular appointment. And many times some of the appointments are connected to football or family issues. Now, I thank God I'm still active. I turned 83 recently.
Wow.
So I'm not a small boy. Many a time when I tell people, they find it difficult to believe it, but I'm 83. I turned 83 in May, 7th May.
Yeah, 7th May.
That was the day I launched my book. About a couple of years back, I used to be very active in the national issues, particularly politics.
Okay.
But that I've toned down a bit.
Why?
I would say I toned down a bit because, toning down does not mean that I wasn't commenting on national issues.
Okay.
I did comment on national issues, but I wasn't playing the role of a partisan politician.
Okay.
I played the role of an apolitical figure. Look, in politics, a lot plays role. A lot. The personality of the politician is so important. How he appears, how he talks, how he comes into the public domain, how the public looks at him. When Nkrumah was around, I was a little boy, but I remember. You see him, he has that imposing personality. So you know that this is a leader. You follow me? His executive, the executive of his party, were equally men of substance. Kojo Bosio, Keye Gbedema, Tawi Adamafio. I mean, these were people in their own, so you see them, you see that these are leaders. It wasn't young people who have just left university and they ran to do politics. And within a couple of months, if not years, if not months, start acquiring property. It wasn't so like that. In fact, it's interesting. I have left a key name, J.H. Mensah.
Yes.
These are formidable leaders. A man like J.H. Mensah, when you sit down with him and you are talking, you know that you are learning something. Who were then genius under them. You follow me? Do we have that now? There was no bickering, there was no quarreling, there was a straight fight for position. When we are going to have elections, no one, you won't see money anywhere. There was no money involved in anything.
So, Doc, what do you think has brought all these challenges? I mean, for instance, if we're saying the crop of leadership that we have now in the party is not what you see as leaders, is it a fact that people are not ready to come out, quality that you're looking for, or the party has lost quality in terms of leadership in general?
No, I won't say the party has ever lost quality, no. You see, we got to a situation, especially for the past 12, 15 years, that certain individuals who shouldn't come to the forefront of leadership brought themselves there by buying votes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying is true. We saw it now, even openly on the television. Vote buying. Otherwise, there's no way they could have been leaders of the party. I think you follow me? And that was not how the party started. The party started with men of integrity, people with personality and command.
For which we don't have now.
No, we don't, I mean, at the moment, who is the leader of the party? Even nobody knows where the chairman of the party is. The national chairman, I know him personally. I've never seen him. He used to come to me here. It took him years to become national chairman.
Yes.
And he became national chairman because Akufo-Addo realized that he was a weak figure he can control. And that's exactly what happened.
Really?
And I believe strongly that he's now drawing back himself, feeling he's guilty and he has disappointed the party, the tradition of the party. Nobody sees him. Recently I read he wasn't well.
Yeah, the family wrote a press statement.
You don't write
saying
such things. In politics, you don't do things that way at all.
The family shouldn't have done
and
that.
for instance, if there's going to be an important meeting and he will come and say, he will send a letter, will come and say that he's going to see to his business. You don't do. The moment you see such things, you know that there's a problem with the leadership.
How did you know he's the weak figure that Daniel Akufo-Addo would have used?
You see, our party has been formed in such a way. It was nicely structured. The national chairman of the party is the most important figure in the party. When we pick up a presidential candidate, it is the duty of the national chairman, together with his executive and others, including ordinary people in the party, to campaign for the person picked to lead the party as a presidential candidate to win elections. When the elections are held and we win, then of course the head of the party is the chairman still, where the president will have a lot to do, like it happened in Kufuor's time.
Yeah.
But they work nicely together. In instances, you can have the general secretary attending cabinet meetings.
Yes.
Now, where we lost elections, by our constitution, the national chairman of the party is the one who is in charge of the party, not a former presidential candidate. You see, these are things that the young ones should know. When someone is talking about things, these are the issues. And look at what is happening now. That an executive that led us into opposition is trying to what do you call it? Abuse the constitution that we have and come out with a structure that is being built from top to bottom.
But would you want to call it an abuse? Because this is where NEC have you met. I mean, I'm even wondering whether you were even part of the meeting that really, I mean, transpired in talking about the top-bottom approach, just as you heading towards that. I mean, this is a meeting that is held by the National Executive Council.
No, politics is full of intrigues. You follow me? It's full of intrigues. And what is going on, any experienced politician knows what and the reason why they are doing that.
Why are they doing that, Doc?
No. You have failed terribly you have failed terribly to maintain the party in government. Look at the results of the party, look at the election results. It's shameful. So what a political party like we started years ago would do, first you see to the internal problems. What brought us to that low level, that's what you look for. You make sure you have, as once I discussed with President Kufuor, you go to the grassroots. They claim they did one.
Yes, I was just about to say it. Professor Michael Quay.
You follow me?
You've seen the report?
No, Michael Quay, if you have experience in politics, I must say that. And you have headed such an important organization. You have written report. You've given it to the national executive and whoever is concerned. I believe strongly that the causes of our defeat must be made public.
You want to see it as public?
Absolutely. But that's the only way you learn. If you sat for an examination and you fail, you look for past questions.
Yes.
And when you study the past questions, when you try the exam again, you see that you are within the confines of exactly what you are expected to do. What is the point in keeping the findings from the general public? And some of the findings that I have heard are so clear. So let the people know.
You didn't have the report.
They work towards it.
You don't have the report.
You said?
You were not served the report, right?
Oh, well, I heard about a few things, but I have not seen the report.
The report itself, okay.
I have not seen it.
Would it be that one of the things in the report is what they are trying to, see it happening, the top-bottom approach, kind of? Because some of the reasons they've given is the fact that one of the major reasons that gave issues to the NPP was the fact that the presidential elections was one of the problems, one of the big problems that the NPP had then. So
the presidential side brought us down. The presidential election.
Exactly.
Well, if that was what brought us down, then you find out how to solve it. It tells you then the question and the person that we pick was not up to the position that it should be. You follow me?
But do you believe
that's why when Edumbo was not able to beat Jerry John Rawlings, we brought in Kufuor. And Kufuor finally became a president.
But went twice.
Now, went twice, doesn't mean, look, if somebody has gone even 4-5 times, it could happen to somebody, it might not happen to you because you have to look also at the background of the individual.
You think it shouldn't happen to the past candidate, Dr. Bałmbshel?
That's why you see, if you say Kufuor also went twice, yes, Kufuor went twice. Kufuor went, I think, 3 times.
Yes.
You follow me? That doesn't mean automatically Bałmbshel, when they go 5 times, will pass. Don't tell me that.
Do you believe
the dynamics are quite different?
There's a friend.
I didn't follow me. So that's why it is important for the ordinary person to know the selection even of the presidential candidate was done in a way, you know, you journalists, you know, why you hide it since I don't know. You are really the people who should talk about it, not the politicians themselves. The elections that we saw has been stage managed.
was
for Bałmbshel to
staged,
come to power. You know it. I know Bałmbshel very well. I know Akufo-Addo very, very well. It was state managed. They put in money. You follow me? Even to the certain, at a certain level, we saw some of the contestants, you know, angry and annoyed. So if that was the cause of our defeat, then we have to look at it carefully. Bring the issue out into the public domain. Let the party know, let the party members know, right down from the ward level, constituency, the district, regional, and then national. They should know, they should be involved. So if we are going to pick another leader again, you just don't start from the top as you did before. You start from the bottom. You follow me? And there's an argument that the base has already been structured.
Yes.
That is no argument. You follow me?
Yeah.
If you are going to have a huge building, at times you are compelled, depending on the soil that you are going to build the house, you go in deep and deep. So if you fail to do that, the structure might collapse. And that is the experience that we had. So this time around, let's go deep and deep and come out with a strong structure that can carry, a strong foundation that can carry the structure. But we are not doing that, and we are starting from the top. Now, those at the executive level now, morally, none of them should have been there.
Morally?
I'm telling you, they led us into defeat. What they should have done in all civilized countries, that is what is done. And I demanded that. They should have resigned en bloc. And a new set of people, not necessarily through election, history elections, no. You put in place what we call interim management committee, and they will sit to the party until a new set of people are elected, right down from the ward to the top. That is what will save this party. Anything short of that, we shall never succeed. I'm telling you, mark my words. And one interesting thing is that when this particular move that they have made at the top came out, there are important figures within the who who are against it.
Are you against it? Right?
I'm totally against it. Bwas is against it.
Yeah, we've heard it.
Adainimo is against it. I don't want to be a president of this country, but these other individuals have interest in this country.
I think recently I've heard Kennedy Japan also against it.
Well, there you are. These are people who have interest in leading the country. So the moment they come out that they disagree, you just calm down. And you go back to what we had before. But now if they force their way, I'm telling you, the party will be totally destroyed.
But the likes of you and our former president, John Ejekume Kufuor, are all around. One want to ask, NEC meets, they come up with a decision, and founding fathers, founding members, past presidents are there, and it looks as if you guys have been sidelined, or truly you are not really, I mean, they don't come to you to really seek advice.
I told you from the beginning that if you get to a certain stage, I wish you met some of these old characters, people like J.B. Danwood.
Yeah.
Oh, you will love him. He speaks freely. And that is what some of us learn. I don't care whether you get annoyed. I will not abuse or insult you, but I will speak my mind freely. I have on numerous occasions told government 8 years ago that we are going the wrong way. I know Akufo-Addo very well. We are going the wrong way. Right from the word go. The number of ministers we put in place will tell you straight that this government will fail. Now look at the economic mess that we left. So I'm not speaking as an NPP man that some of you will respect you. I'm speaking as a Ghanaian. You follow me?
Yes.
Look at the mess. The mess we left. It's a fact. It is there. The country that we handed over to the new government was broke. You know it, I know it.
So the more I ask, is it that you...
So when you talk about advice,
yes,
Akufo-Addo doesn't take advice. I'm telling you.
He doesn't?
I'll give you a typical example. There was a time there were crises. Some of you really don't see some of these things. Now listen to me very carefully.
Okay.
There were serious security problems. And I'm telling you, some of us, our concern or worry always has been walking into the hands of the military. Not that the military will come. We shall ourselves give ourselves walk into their hands.
Thank you for making time with us once again. We really appreciate your time and say God bless you for the good work you are doing. And to all our new viewers, we urge you to subscribe for more videos, like and also share to other members of yours on your contact list as well. And also in any group that you belong to. Let the channel go viral for us. Thank you and God bless you for doing that.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.